during their primaries, and then we're running against her. It's actually not fair to him. It's really not fair to him. That's no way. He's got the right. Who cares? Who said that? That's a great line. Who the hell said that? He goes, I'm going, I've become such a nice guy all of a sudden. I say, it's not fair to him. And this guy shouts out, who cares? Who the hell cares? Who cares about him? I guess he happens to be right. That's very good. Thank you for adding so much spice. That was a good line of stuff.
You see, Donald Trump was there in Warren, Michigan, and he was just rambling. And then someone in the crowd was just like, shut up, just stop talking about Biden, just talk about something else. It was a great moment right there. And then Donald Trump was kind of caught off guard. Donald Trump was also caught off guard because he didn't know the football team that plays in Michigan, and someone had to bail him out in the crowd and say, the Detroit Lions. Play the clip.
And we have nobody to compete with them. We have people that it's like your high school football team playing. What's a good team today? Let's see. What's a good team? What's a good team? Oh, the Detroit Lions, right? I couldn't have said that 2 years ago. Good. I got bailed out. I'm trying to say, what the hell? The worst thing you can do is mention some team that's not from the area. And I'm saying, oh, shit, I'm in Michigan. What the hell am I going to do? I'm stuck up here.
Yeah, Donald Trump did not know the Detroit Lions is the football team from Michigan. Donald Trump's just going around offending every state, every demographic, one by one. Did you see this poll, by the way, that was taken of Puerto Ricans in Florida? Donald Trump's lost all support. It was 85, 90% Puerto Ricans not voting for Donald Trump now there. We'll see if that's a nationwide trend. Here, Donald Trump then says to the crowd, I am not going to pay the vendors at this venue because I don't like how my voice sounds. Here, watch this.
That's better with the mic. That's better. Thank you, backstage. These mic guys, I'm telling you, I'm having a lot of problems with mics lately. I'm not happy. Get yourself a new contractor, please. And don't pay the bill for this contractor. And then they'll write a story. Trump doesn't pay bills. I pay bills. You know what I do? I pay more than I'm supposed to when they can do a good job. But when they don't do a good job, don't pay your damn bill. That's my first.
Then Donald Trump just lies and says we're currently in a depression right now. No, we're not. America's the #1 economy in the world. But this is the deranged stuff he says. Here, play this clip.
We're in a depression. You better hope you vote for me because I'm going to get you out of it fast. But under these losers.
Speaking of deranged stuff that he says, he starts then talking about his beautiful white skin. He goes, do you like my beautiful white skin? Here, play this clip.
Somebody said to me, are you glad you did it? I said, absolutely, but I could have been on the best beaches in the world. I own the best beaches in the world. I could have had such time. I could have been at the Great Turnberry in Scotland. I could have been anywhere I wanted to be. I could have had those waves smacking me in the face. I could have said, that white, beautiful white skin that I have would be nice and tan. I got the whitest skin because I never have time to go out in the sun, but I have that beautiful white. And you know what? It could have been beautiful, tan, beautiful.
Donald Trump then says that if he was in office, that we would not provide aid to Ukraine, or words to that effect. Tell me what you think he means there. That's how I interpret what he says, but you tell me how you interpret it. Play this clip.
She will melt down and millions of people will die with her stupidity. They got us into Ukraine. We should have never gone into Ukraine. If I was president, you would have never gone into Ukraine.
Then Donald Trump threatens the audience with a 1929-style economic depression if he's not elected. This is what he says at all of his stops, just fear. Play the clip.
But we're gonna get it straightened out fast. It's gonna be, we'll have the best economy you've ever had. You know, the stock market's going up. Scott Bessent, some of the smartest analysts on Wall Street said it's only going up for one reason, because Trump's leading in the polls and everyone thinks Trump's going to be president. They think Trump's going to win the election. That's why it's going on. Now, here's the bad news. They say if he doesn't win, you end up in a depression. It's, wow. Wait till you see that. It'll be a 1929 style economic depression that will absolutely crush your incomes and all that stuff. But we're not going to talk about that.
Then he goes on and says, "Oh, I'm the greatest president ever. I'm better than George Washington." I mean, this is usually the time in a campaign where candidates are talking to people about what they can do for the American people. No, not Donald Trump. Here, play this clip.
With the strongest endorsement they've ever done. They actually said, "I'm the greatest president in the history of our country." I said, "Are you talking about the border?" They said, "No, the border too. You're the best we ever had in the border, but you're the best president in the history of our country." And then I said, "Does that include Abraham Lincoln, George Washington? Does that include everybody? How about Lincoln, Washington?" You know, we had some pretty good ones. We had some pretty bad ones too. The couple of that we just had. Here's the good thing. Jimmy Carter's just turned 100. He's going to be a happy man. He's so thrilled because his administration looks totally brilliant compared to the Biden-Kamala administration. So Jimmy is a happy man today. He's led a brilliant administration by comparison.
Speaking of which, Donald Trump's top surrogates are saying they will terminate the Affordable Care Act. They're saying that they will also terminate the CHIPS Act, which provides a number of, so many jobs in swing states like in Michigan and in Detroit. That's bringing the semiconductor jobs back to America. Here's MAGA Mike saying that. I want to give a shout out to Luke Raydell of Citrus TV at Syracuse University for breaking this story. Take a look at this video. Let's play it.
The former president has said that he doesn't support the CHIPS and Science Act. You voted against it. If you have a Republican majority in Congress and Trump in the White House, will you guys try to repeal that law?
I expect that we probably will, but we haven't developed that part of the agenda yet. We got to get over the election first.
Lumen is the world's first handheld metabolic coach. It's a device that measures your metabolism through your breath. And on the app, it lets you know if you're burning fat or carbs and gives you tailored guidance to improve your nutrition, workout, sleep, and even stress management. That's why I love it. All you have to do is you breathe into your Lumen first thing in the morning, and you'll know what's going on in your metabolism, whether you're burning mostly fats or carbs. Then Lumen gives you a personalized nutrition plan for that day based on your measurements. You can also breathe into it before and after workouts and meals, so you know exactly what's going on in your body in real time. And Lumen will give you tips to keep you on top of your health game. Your metabolism is your body's engine. It's how your body turns the food you eat into fuel that keeps you going. Because your metabolism is at the center of everything your body does, optimal metabolic health translates to a bunch of benefits, including easier weight management, improved energy levels, better fitness results, better sleep, etc. Lumen gives you recommendations to improve your metabolic health. It can also track your cycle as well as the onset of menopause and adjust your recommendations to keep your metabolism healthy through hormonal shifts, so you can keep up your energy and stave off cravings. Look, I love Lumen, and I know you will too. So if you want to take the next step in improving your health, go to Lumen, LUMEN.me/Meidas to get 15% off your Lumen. That is LUMEN.me/Meidas for 15% off your purchase. One more time, go to lumen.me/Meidas, LUMEN.me/Meidas, and get 15% off your purchase. Thank you, Lumen, for sponsoring this episode.
Back to Donald Trump's event right here. Donald Trump just then kind of rambles about garbage. So play this clip.
These are terrible people. I'm telling you, they're terrible people. But let's bring it all together. We love everybody, right? No, we don't, actually. How about her? She's always talking about, no, I want to bring the country together. Trump is Hitler. Excuse me, I shouldn't have said that. No, she's always saying, I want to go in peace, and we want to get together as a country. And, you know, the Trump people are garbage, total garbage. Oh. But we want to get together, and Trump is Hitler, and they're all racist, and they're all this, and they're all that. But we want to have peace, so we want to get along. I don't even know if she knows what the hell she's saying, but it's pathetic. So
Then Donald Trump says that Michigan is another type of border town. Play this clip.
to New Mexico, it's sort of in play because the people can't take it anymore. The people are pouring through the border. That's a real border state. But you're a border state in a different sense. Everybody is every state is a border state.
Next, Donald Trump brings attention to his age by saying he doesn't feel like a senior. Play the clip.
Senior to me, and let me tell you, you look like a good senior, but I don't feel like a senior. Does anybody feel like a senior? I feel better now. I think I'm sharper and better now than I was 25, 30 years ago. I do, I swear. I'll let you know when I don't. In fact, you'll probably know before me. All you have to do is watch.
He then says, "We love everybody. No, we don't." What the hell is he talking about? Play the clip.
People. But let's bring it all together. We love everybody, right? No, we don't, actually.
He then tells everybody that he's going to put RFK Jr. in charge of women's health and your children's health. RFK doesn't believe in vaccine, and RFK's had some of the most misogynistic stuff imaginable. Play this clip.
And he's so into health and all. He's going to take care of women's health and men's health and your children's health. I said, you could do anything. You just go ahead and enjoy yourself.
Then Donald Trump gets distracted from his teleprompter speech and starts talking about his hair. Play the clip.
I'm studying my hair. It looks not so good today. It's not a good hair day, but who cares? Not a good hair day for me. I don't want to look.
Then Donald Trump says that our allies are worse than our enemies. Play the clip.
Because we're being taken advantage of by every country all over the world, including our allies. And in many cases, our allies are worse than our so-called enemies, okay?
And then he just calls Vice President Kamala Harris stupid. Play the clip.
To mind, not a thing. Nothing comes to her mind. Let me tell you. It wasn't so much that nothing comes to her mind. She's stupid. Now, can you imagine? The worst.
And by the way, as James Singer says, Donald Trump and Mike Johnson apparently want to lose Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, and North Carolina jobs. You take a look at this map here. This is where the investments from the CHIPS Act have gone to. You could actually see the thousands and thousands of jobs that would be lost on day one if the CHIPS Act were repealed. Also, we're getting breaking news as well that WURD, Pennsylvania's only black-owned talk radio station, they've never endorsed a political candidate until today. In their words, Donald Trump is a clear and present threat to black Americans, and we must defeat him and elect Kamala Harris based on this strong and powerful endorsement right there. Take a look at what Vice President Kamala Harris is saying in Wisconsin. Detailed plans about the economy, manufacturing plans. Watch what she has to say. Play this clip.
Well, and so as president, he promised that the auto industry would not, quote, lose one plant during his presidency. Then American auto manufacturers announced the closure of 6 auto plants when he was president. Janesville, you know what those closures mean for communities. Thousands of union jobs lost. Factory sites sitting empty for years. Other businesses in town then forced to close. So Wisconsin, you know all about Donald Trump's big, empty promises. He promised to stop offshoring. Then he cut taxes. He cut taxes for corporations that shipped 200,000 American jobs overseas during his presidency. And he promised to bring jobs back to the United States, like his promise that Foxconn was going to invest $10 billion and create 13,000 manufacturing jobs in Mount Pleasant. You remember that? He said Wisconsin would soon be home to a manufacturing plant that he called, again, Donald Trump language, the 8th wonder of the world. Yet another empty promise. Typical for a person that is all talk, no walk.
Meanwhile, Donald Trump's previously been dressing up like a garbage man. His son, Don Jr., is dressing up like garbage. And so it's not a shocker that we're seeing a report out of Politico that Donald Trump is now lagging Kamala Harris in the early vote in Pennsylvania amongst a once very reliable Republican constituency. Seniors are not voting for Donald Trump there. Puerto Ricans are not voting for Donald Trump. Women are not voting for Donald Trump. But I guess Donald Trump's saying, look at my beautiful white skin. Who's he trying to appeal to? What in the world were we even watching there? Even the audience was yelling at him like, dude, just shut up and stop whining and talk about something else. But this is Donald Trump's closing message. His surrogate Elon Musk saying, you will suffer hardship on day one. His other surrogate, MAGA Mike Johnson, saying, repeal the Affordable Care Act and now repeal the CHIPS Act. And Donald Trump up there doesn't even know that the Detroit Lions play in Michigan. Doesn't even know what the Detroit Lions are. Whew. I'm Ben Meiselas. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 4 million together.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Midas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.